Good morning. So here my Apple iPhone, and I'm going to show gLibrary Mobile, that is an application to browse digital repository that are stored on grid environment or distributed storage. So the application now is loading and is retrieving the list of repositories. So on the server side, gLibrary can implement several repositories. Each one of them is represented here. So before going on, I would like to just show you the setting page from where you can inspect the current settings. So the first line here show my current certificates. And then here I can set my username and the organization, the virtual organization I belong to. Going down, I can change the accurate certificate, I can download a new certificate, I can set the default repository. So let's leave all the settings as they are and let's go back to repository. So we can select the repository we want to work on. For example, if we click Federico De Roberto digital repository and we go to types, the types of that repository are loaded, but in this demonstration we want to work with the data coming from ESA, through which we had this collaboration. So we select ESA repo, and now we can start to browse the items of the ESA repo both by types. So we have only one type, a type describe the kind of object that we are storing, or by collection. So let's start by types and we select ESA EO products. And if we click here, a query is done to the gLibrary server, so we get a list of some of the items that we have in this repository. So for each of the objects of the products, we see a small thumbnail and we see some of the most important metadata. And in this example, we're gonna see the month, the year, and the file type. If we want to get more detail on one of the items, we just click on this and we get again a small thumbnail and all the metadata sets of the selected item. Submission date, production center, the size, the permission, and so on. We can move on through items just clicking here, and we can load more results just clicking with load more, and 10 more items will be loaded. But because we have stored a lot of entries, we can filter the result sets using the filter button. So we click here and we can decide to restrict, to narrow the result set. So we click plus and a set of filters will appear. Filters are different per each type. So for example, you want to get only image of a var short name, so we select one parameter in this way and we choose, for example, CLH1, and then we want only the version in JPEG, so we select filter and we go selecting JPEG. So if we go back, a query will be run again in the server and we get only the product, so CL1 of JPEG. So we want to add another filter and say, okay, we want only the image for a particular month. So we select the filter and we go, for example, we want for January. And if we go back, now the result set should be smaller. We have only one item. So if we click here, we can again inspect all its metadata, but we want to retrieve the image itself in the iPhone. So we click on replicas, and here we have two replicas, one image stored on the ESA repository and the other on the INFN. So we can select, for example, download from the INFN storage, and the download should start from the storage. So you can see the loading float bar, and here we have the image. So here the full image here that you can zoom in and analyze and so on. So this is the name of the parameter, chlorophyll A case 1, monthly average for January 2009. So let's go back and let me show you the browsing through collection. So here we have defined some collection, both by level or both by name of the parameter. Let's select another parameter like dust, like observing aerosol statistics, and again a query is done. So we want to filter again and get only the JPEG image, file type. We select JPEG and we select one particular month. We want this time August. If we go back, we get this entry to satisfy our criteria, and again we can download it. Clicking this time to the ESA repository, the download will start, and boom, here we have the image. Okay,